SoundCloud. I've had several ladies who said they couldn't make it, but they wanted to see the replay, so we are recording that. Good morning, Crystal Schultz.
Good morning.
You ready to hold down the fort?
I am.
Okay. For those of you who don't know, I am going out on spring break as soon as we put the house up for sale today. Yay! Lots going on. It's a pivotal day in the life of Angie Nuttall. But I am glad that I'm getting to spend the first part of the morning with you wonderful humans. So good to see all of you on here. Hey, Esther, good to see you.
Good morning.
Morning. And Shauna Bruce. Hello, lovely lady.
Yes.
And we've got Ariane, it looks like. Ariane and Rachel Copenhaver. All right, ladies. Well, I'm going to go ahead and jump in and tell you all about our 2023 Faith and Favor Beach Retreat. Dates are actually, the dates can actually be October 5th through 9th. I'll talk a little bit more about that here in just a moment. But this is our second Faith and Favor Beach Retreat. Last year we did the first one, and some of you were, so Tamara, you were there. Esther, you were there as well. And it was super yummy. So it was good. And I mean, it was a good first round. So Tamara, what would you say about the beach retreat last year?
I was well, first of all, the reason why I started on the Fit and Focus journey was because of the beach retreat. If you guys can remember my experience driving down there, that was one of the reasons why I started the Fit and Focus, but it's like none other. It was the first retreat that I experienced like it. Most of the times when I experience retreats, it's work, and that's the best way to say it, is it's work. There's a speaker after speaker after speaker, but to just get there, to learn, to just enjoy, to be in that beautiful atmosphere, it was just amazing to me.
Yeah, it was definitely good stuff there. So this year it was kind of a learning curve also. So for me, behind the scenes, because it does take a lot of work to put this together, but it's so worth it. And the beautiful thing about this retreat, it's putting Christ at the center of everything. And in times past, I've done all kinds of beach retreats, and they've been business focused. And I know that, like Esther, you've been to some of those, and Rachel, you have as well. But this is actually putting God first, and then everything else flows into business, life, whatever your mission is that God has for you, whatever you're being called to do. So it really is it's a milestone kind of experience, just like it happened for you, Tamara. So the Lord was telling me, well, we got to do it again. I'm like, okay, gotcha. So
Amen.
let me tell you about what I'm going to share with you in the info session today. I'm going to talk to you about the retreat itself and some general thoughts about what we're focusing on this year. I'm going to talk to you about the location details, room availability. Some of you have already registered and started paying down on your rooms. I'm going to talk about the travel piece of this. And I'm going to talk about pricing as a whole. I want to also mention scholarships and then registration information for you. And then we'll also, if you would, just hold your questions till the end, and we'll do a Q&A at the end of this, okay? And you'll see here also the event page. I've got it on most every slide here, but it's angienuttall.com/retreat. And that's where you can go to register. So I'll give you more details about that. All right, let's go ahead and get going. So about the retreat, so you can see these are some pictures from last year, just a few, you'll see those sprinkled in. And what I loved about the retreat and how it was different than past retreats is it really is focused on God. It is focused on creating a sisterhood, but also going into the Word, getting deeper into the Bible, people praying together. It's just a powerful experience. The thing about the retreat that I like to do is I like to create connection through discussion. And so this retreat, we're going to continue to have that, but we are going to follow that format. We're going to have the discussion. We're going to be doing some Bible study, some personal reflection and journaling. And then we're also going to do some practical application of God's word. So there's a picture here. You see us all on the beach. We had fun last year. We were talking about how we get caught up in spinning plates. And so we had a spinning plate throwing contest. Esther, do you remember the outcome of that last year?
I think I might have done pretty well.
Yeah, I think
I
you did.
think I did. Which I was like, okay, that must be a message. But yes, it was a lot of fun. I also remember singing, that we had to sing. Not maybe I shouldn't say that because someone might decide that they're out. But I have the
Last year we did.
yeah, I am the worst singer in the world, and so yes, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was fun. It was also, I will say, even for me, it was life altering. And I feel, man, the feelings are flooding back right now, just thinking about the mornings when we got up for sunrise prayer and just the beauty of the Lord and how he showed up and just blessed our socks off. I still think about that. It was so powerful. And so I know that God is going to show up again and he's going to touch our hearts. I feel that. I just feel that in the spirit. So in terms of the agenda, this is really high level right now, but these are the things that the Lord has me working on for the retreat. And there are three main themes this year. It's about shedding worries and fears about being a Christian woman in the business world. But it's not just the business world. It's, business does not define us. And probably for a long time, we've let business define us. So we're going to work on just getting rid of those things that aren't serving us well in our calling and our mission for God. I feel a really strong pull, I guess, around not just developing faith, foundational faith, but going beyond that and developing bold faith and really deciding what that looks like for each one of us in our own journeys. And it's going to look different for different women. And then the third thing is, I'm a woman of action. I love action. I love it when God's favor and anointing is there. And by the end of this retreat, we want to be able to activate God's favor by learning how to tap into his power tools. So we talk about that in the 40-day prayer challenge. We talk about that whenever we have prayer and devotion. We talk about those power tools. This past year in the 40-day prayer challenge, we really dug into that, to the power tools and the gifts of the Spirit and the spirits that we come against on a daily basis. And so we're going to be working all around that as part of our time together. So I want to talk about the location details. Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida. This was a surprise to me. I I love St. George Island and I always want to go there. That's like my favorite place in the world, but this is the place that we are going. And you're going to be amazed at this beach house. It's almost, I think it's like 6,500 square feet, maybe 7,000 square feet. So it's pretty huge. Right on the beach. It's not too far from Jacksonville. And it's kind of like nestled in between Jacksonville and St. Augustine. And so it's also nicknamed San Pablo Island. So beautiful, beautiful place. There are all kinds of things to do around there also. So, and this is the backside. Who wants to be sitting on that? Me. Yeah. It's huge, it's beautiful, super clean, great reviews, but it is literally right on the beach. And so I've got a few pictures to just for you to see what it looks like on the inside. And there are tons of pictures, but plenty of places for us to sit and congregate. So I know a lot of times when women come together and they're in a house together, we always worry about space, sleeping in the same house with someone that you don't know very well. And the beautiful thing about this house is there's plenty of places to go. There's plenty of nooks and crannies to go and hang out. What I find is that within the first 24 hours, ladies are buddying up. They're having intimate conversations. They've just quickly deepened a relationship with another retreater, and they're going off and having deep discussions, and it's a really beautiful thing. But there's plenty of space here. The kitchen is absolutely gorgeous. So we'll be doing some food prep in there for us, which will be fun. Plenty of spaces to sit. And then there's also just a big game room down on that's on the bottom level there, pool table. We're not going to hurt for things to do and places to go. So that's just the bottom line. So I want to talk about room availability. And some of the rooms are already taken. I'm going to jump over to the website real quick just so that you can take a look at some of the rooms. Let's see. I thought I was going to have this already ready, but let me get here. AngieNuttall.com retreat. Okay. So in terms of the rooms, I'm just going to give you a quick snapshot. These are just little snapshots. There are many, many more pictures here, but what I've done is I've named and numbered all of the rooms for us. So the first room is the slumber party room. Slumber party room has a queen and 4 twins, and so there's 1 bed in there that is booked already, so there's 4 left. We've got room number 2, the girl talk room. So this has a king bed and then 2 full beds, so there's 2 spots left there. Someone's already booked one of those rooms. Room 3, the alcove queen, that is booked. We've got room 4, which is the ocean deck room. That's already booked as well. And then room 5 is the alcove princess. That's booked. We have got 2 really big rooms that are still available. Room 6, it's the King's View, so it's right on the beach. And then room 7 is the private master, which is also right on the beach. So I want to dig a little bit deeper into what your options are here. So let me go back here, and I've actually marked those who have, whoops, come back. I've even notated those who have booked and put a deposit down or even paid for their room. So in the slumber party room, we've got Rita Grossbanks, who has booked one of those beds. She's actually booked the queen bed in there. So the 4 twins are in there and available, and those are $400 each. So Girl Talk Room, we've got 2 beds available. Denise Harmon is going to be in there. She didn't indicate which of those beds that she wanted. But I kind of look at it like this, that when you get in the room, you can hammer that out, or you can say, hey, I want one of the full beds. You can absolutely do that. Crystal has already booked the Alcove Queen. The Ocean Deck room, I just talked to Marla Watson, so she is going. She does have this room. She was actually the first one out of the gate, said, put me down. I'm going to the beach retreat. Alcove Princess, so Esther has that room. And then we've got these 2 really big ones that are open. So one thing that I want to tell you about the 2 big rooms, you could actually, because those are king beds, you could actually go in halves with somebody if you wanted to, and split that room because of the king bed. So just know that that is an option where 2 of you can book that and split the cost of that. Now, let me see if I've got, so on this, you may be saying, okay, I don't have all of that money right now. Well, really all you have to do is put down a deposit. I mean, you can pay for it a little bit at a time. Of course, the 400s, I mean, you could break that up into $50 payments, or I don't have the calculations, but it could even be $25 at a time, just as long as everything is paid for, your room is paid for by October the 1st. So that would be the deadline. And so if you wanted to do that and you want to make payments, we'll work with you to make that happen. Or you can pay for it all at once. Okay. So if you may want to take a screenshot of this also, if you haven't booked and you want to book and you want to be considered for a room, because when you register, it's not the actual registration yet. We're not asking you to pay right away. We're asking you to indicate what room you want, and then we'll work out the payment details. So registration is really you just saying, I want this room. And there's some other questions that we have that I'm going to hit on here very quickly. So bottom line, we've got 4 twins available. We have 2 beds here, and then we have, 2 to 4 in these bigger rooms here. Now, somebody said, "Angie, where are you going to sleep?" Here's what I do. I wait to see what's left over, and that's what I take. So I have I don't care. I'll sleep on a bunk. I'll do whatever I need to. I'll just wait and see, and wait till the last minute to figure that out. One time we did a beach retreat, and I oversold by 1, so I slept on the couch. Esther, you were there for that. But it was the greatest. I slept like a fat baby on that couch. It was so wonderful. Oh, okay. So there is an option also to have extra days. And I've actually booked the house for, we can check in Thursday afternoon, and I'm actually checking out Monday morning at 10. So we can check in at 4 on Thursday. So if you want to add those extra days and stay, you can. You just have to let me know. There is a place on the registration to indicate that. I know, I think on the registration, I only put for Thursday afternoon, but I realized that, I booked that extra day so that I wouldn't be trying to rush and hurry up and get out of there at the, finish up. I want to be fully focused for that Sunday morning, because that Sunday morning is equally as important as the rest of the retreat. So if you have already registered and you want to add that, just let me know and we'll have my admin cart take care of that for you. So some things to note about the extra days. I typically have snacks laying around and everything. During the retreat, all of your food is taken care of. There's no extra cost for any food or anything like that. On Thursdays and Mondays, I tend to have, I'm really either setting up or winding down. So I might have snacks. You can go in there and fix yourself, but I'm normally not fixing because I'm trying to set up. So that's just an FYI. Okay. So next I want to talk about travel and airports. So you basically have 3 main airports that you can fly into. Jacksonville is the closest. I just got my ticket. My ticket was $400. So it's a little on the high side. I just booked like American Airlines. So that is, if you book through Jacksonville, you can take an Uber to, you can easily take an Uber to the beach house and it'd be a lot cheaper than renting a car. I do have a car rental. So if you want to Uber and we have to go somewhere, then you're welcome to use the rental car that I have there, just so that we can save. Daytona is on the south side. It's a little bit longer trip. I think it's like maybe 45, 50 minutes away. So when I looked at pricing between the two, it really depends on when you leave that, what the pricing is going to be. But Jacksonville and Daytona are basically the same. Now, Orlando is usually much cheaper. It's 90 minutes away, however. So you could do an Uber. It's going to cost you a little bit to do that, but still, you could do a rental car if you wanted, but those tickets tend to be cheaper. Now, I haven't checked on Allegiant. I know some people fly Allegiant. You can find really good deals on flights. So I do recommend that you check with them. Allegiant, they fly in to all 3 of those airports. And some of you may decide that you just want to do a road trip. And I'm trying to remember, it seems like somebody has done, was that you, Esther, that did that? Or who was that?
It was Tamara and Lydia.
It was me.
Yeah. So it's kind of a cool experience to do a road trip and carpool, and bypass, just totally bypass the airlines and get a few of you together and just split the cost for gas and take care of your food. It's an economical way to handle it. So as we get closer, we'll have check-ins about the retreat, and I'll work it out to where we can do some connecting to see who wants to carpool and all of that. Okay. All right. But I do recommend that if you're going to buy your tickets, that you go ahead and buy them now, because they're not going to get any cheaper. Not going to get any cheaper. So turn in those miles that you've been, use your miles, all that. If you're flying now and somebody says, hey, we'll give you a $400 voucher to stay behind, then say, I'm in for that. They're doing that like crazy right now. Okay, so basically, your total pricing for the beach retreat is going to be your room plus your airline ticket plus your Uber to the beach or carpooling. So I listed here, tickets are around $300 to $450. After I booked with American Airlines, I did take a peek at Allegiant. I think I was looking at Orlando. I was like, dang it, I should have done that and bought 2 one-way tickets and it would have been around $300 the day that I was looking at it. So just an FYI. Real quick, just show of hands here, or you can even put this. Okay, so Tamara, you're willing to drive if someone wants to. So, and you're also willing to split a King's View. That's great. Just Rachel, yeah, that is the actual picture of the house, the one that I showed at the front. That is it. Yeah. Yep, you can email me if you have questions. All right. Okay. All right, so let me keep going here. So I want to talk about scholarships. So I say scholarship, but last year we were able to give a couple of people scholarships. We did have some ladies who pitched in to assist another sister to be able to come, and that opportunity is still available. Right now we don't have scholarships, but I do have a couple of people that have told me that they would be interested in pitching in to help someone come. And so that scholarship, I think anything would be helpful if you want to. I mean, we've got $400 beds, and if you wanted to pay for half of that, or if you wanted to pitch in for a whole one and just give to another sister who might not be able to do this otherwise, then when you fill out the registration, you can let me know then, or you can just email me and let me know that you want to provide that. So the other thing is, last year I did, when I saw that we had an extra bed, I did invite someone who really, really wanted to come, and I gave her a scholarship. It's like a surprise bed is what I gave her. And so if we have a bed left over, I'll probably do that again, but I'm not going to assign that right away. So just know if we don't have a scholarship, if you're interested in getting a scholarship and you don't have the funds to do this, it could potentially be a last minute thing. So I would try to let you know if as soon as possible. And I have had a couple of people reach out to me and say, I really want to come to this. I don't think that I have the money. And I hate for people to not be able to come because they don't have the funds. So, and my goal with the beach retreat is really to break even. I really went all out on this room. It's $1,500 a night for the room. That's just the room itself. That's not even all of the extra fees that they tack on, because I just wanted us to be in a beautiful space where it was very spacious and we had lots of rooms that, to have as much privacy as possible. So that was my goal. And so my goal is just to break even with this retreat and us really focus on the Lord. So you can go ahead and register. You can go to the, buddy, stop that. That dog just keeps digging a hole in my carpet. Stop that, or I'm going to put you in your crate. That will be forever captured on this replay. Oh, okay. Back to our regularly scheduled program. So if you want to register, you can just click this button here, and you're going to see that it's a Survey Monkey. So we'll ask you if you want to select the room, that would be your first choice, and then you can select what would be your second choice if that particular room isn't available. Okay. If you want to come early, you can say yes. What we'll do is, let's say that you want to do the bookends. You want to come early before and stay later. We'll just check with you to see if that's what you want to do, or if you just want to do one or the other. So just check yes for this if you want to do that, and we'll follow up. A deposit is required to secure your spot, even if that's $25. That will secure your spot, and if you want to make payments, we'll work that out with you. If you want this surprise bed assignment, this is what I was talking about just a few minutes ago. This will literally be within probably at the latest 2 weeks before the retreat when I can give you that. Hopefully I know sooner, but just know that it could be a last minute thing. And you do have the opportunity if you want to sponsor, and that's the scholarship that I'm talking about. If you want to sponsor somebody, a full or partial, just let us know and we will apply it to someone in need. And then you just submit that, okay? Okay, so I want to, okay, so Sharon Felder's saying, I'm willing to pitch in for a twin bedroom scholarship. I won't attend myself. Okay. So Sharon, what we'll do is I'll get with you. I'll get with you by email to solidify that and we'll get that going. So yay. All right. Okay, I want to open it up for questions. So you guys can come off mute and raise your hand if you have a question. Rachel?
What time Sunday morning is the retreat ending?
The retreat we have to be out of there by 10.
On Sunday or Monday?
Excuse me. Sorry. That's Monday. That's Monday that we have to be out of there at 10. So I would like to finish up by 11. So that's what I would say. And I mean, if some of you, you're leaving out Sunday, I know sometimes in order to save money, ladies have left earlier and missed a part of the retreat. But I think the most important that what we typically do is we do the sunrise service where we spend time together and we basically do a testimonial and talk about, what we really talk about what we're going to do going forward. That's really the format that we have on Sundays. So if you tell me that, if most everybody says, oh my gosh, I've got to leave by 10, then I will actually alter the retreat for those that need to leave early. But those that are staying a little bit later, we might do some kind of smaller activity, just to finish out. So. Okay, Ariane.
Hi, I was also considering the King's room, but I wanted to I didn't know if it was okay for my mom to come with me and that I split the room with her.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
if you're going to do that, just register for that room. And
I know that Tamara mentioned she kind of wanted the King's room as well. So
okay.
I don't know.
The thing is, so if you're going to split a room with somebody, I need you to register your mom too, just so that I know the number of people who are coming. And then let's see here. Just in one of these spots, you can say, like it says here, if you'd like to, one of these boxes here, just make a note somewhere that you're splitting that with your mom and her name, and just, we need to register her as well.
Okay. How do we access that link again?
It is right here, angienuttall.com/retreat. And I'll put this in the chat for you. There you go. Okay. What other questions do you have?
This is Sharon. I won't be there, but so like, do you get to romp around in your skinny bikini or your granny panty bathing suit?
Um, there, you're going to be at the beach. And so what I would say, I mean, and we do work out on the beach. What I recommend is, so if you're wanting to like get out and soak in the sun, I recommend that you book the early day or stay late Sunday for that. Because and what I've found too is, I mean, we are doing that. We have like touch points throughout the day, and we get together, we have like little clinics and things like that. And usually the ladies, they're wearing a sundress or, shorts and a summer top, and there are times when we go out we tell them, hey, go out on the beach or go out soak up some sun and talk. So I haven't seen anybody get in their skinny bikini. But I'm not going to say no. I'm not. My body is well beyond that stage. Oh, goodness.
Hey, Ange, I am definitely going to drive because I just love the mind dumping ability to drive.
Yeah.
And it's a way for me to prepare. Do you have the address of the location? Is it on the Faith and Favor? I didn't see it when I was looking.
Yeah. I don't give the address until closer to time because they don't give me the exact address until closer to time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just plan to go to Ponte Vedra. Okay.
Yep, that's right.
So, Angie, is the retreat, like, is it fully packed, like from beginning to end? Like, do you ever have people sit out certain sessions, or, is it mandatory that people participate in every session?
It's not mandatory, but we space them out enough that you have breathing room. So it's not like you go from clinic to clinic to clinic to clinic, right? I mean, we allow space. You get plenty of time for reflection. I remember, so last year we had like a couple of hours in between. I think we did a total of 7 clinics for the whole weekend, and they were spread throughout from Friday night to Sunday morning. And
Okay.
they're like an hour or less.
Oh, okay. I'm just asking actually for my mother's sake because yeah, my endurance is up there, but I don't know about her endurance sometimes with it.
Gotcha. Esther?
So I wanted to just speak to Ariane's question. I found like that there was plenty of time, what I would call reflection time or downtime if you wanted it. So I wouldn't be overly concerned. I mean, I don't know your mom, obviously, but I think there would be opportunity to just kind of, relax. And I found like there was plenty of time for that.
Okay, awesome. That's helpful. And I have one more concern because I booked my family vacation for the 10th or maybe the 11th. So I have one day to get home and kind of get everybody packed, in which I'm willing to do that. But do you think that it will be like too much, or is that a question that I pretty much have to ask myself? Like, do you think it will be, because I'm going to take my daughters, my husband, we're going to the Bahamas that week of October, fall break. But and I didn't realize that the retreat was this time, but I actually really want to come to the retreat, and that would be something for me. Do you think that I'll be able to have enough downtime to relax, and then when I go back, I can maybe pack before I go to the retreat, and then come back and be ready to go to the Bahamas with them?
I think so Sunday is October the 8th. I mean, you can pretty much call her done at no later than 12 noon on that Sunday, October the 8th, and head back. You say that you're headed out. When does your other vacation actually start?
The 10th.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you could even leave.
Or
a li-
actually the 11th. I'm sorry, the 11th.
Yeah, so if you leave Sunday, I mean, the 9th is Monday, that's gonna give you a day and a half, actually. Well, it'll take you travel time, so you get in Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening, you're gonna have all day Monday to get it together. And it's the weekend is just, you leave there feeling refreshed and full. It's the first retreat that I've done where I wasn't completely exhausted. It was actually, I was refreshed from it, and I was leading the retreat. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. What other questions do we have?
Did anybody actually look at like train versus plane?
I didn't.
Okay.
It's a good option. Good option. All right, ladies. Well, I'm going to let you go. You are welcome. If you have questions, follow up with me by email. You can reach me at Angie@vipcenter.works. I'll post that in the chat for you. I think all of you know we're all connected by email, but
Mhm.
if you are on the live right now, let me check the Facebook, Angie@vipcenter.works. Let me just check and see if I've got questions here. Nope, no questions. All right. All right.
Angie, will
Yep.
you stay on for just a few minutes, but actually end the recording?
Yes, I will.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, ladies. Well, I'm excited about the retreat. So let me know if you have questions. If you want to sponsor someone, send me that email and we'll get that going. All right, everybody. Have a good one.
Thanks, Ange.
Thank you.